Buried beneath the ancient pyramids, explorers discovered a single slab of green crystal, inscribed with a formula so dangerous, history's greatest geniuses believed it could rewrite the laws of reality itself. This is the true story of the Emerald Tablet. From the conquests of Alexander the Great to the secret laboratories of Isaac Newton, this forbidden text promised the ultimate power, the ability to hack the universe. The story begins in the suffocating silence of a hidden chamber, deep beneath the shifting sands of ancient Egypt. Legend whispers that Alexander the Great, the man who brought the world to its knees, found something far more valuable than gold during his conquests. He breached a tomb that had been sealed for centuries, the resting place of the great sage Hermes. Inside, clutching the chest of a mummified corpse, was a slab of emerald. It wasn't just a rock, it was a glowing, imperishable artifact, etched with a message that would haunt the dreams of scientists and emperors for the next 2,000 years. This was the Emerald Tablet. For centuries, this object was the ghost story of the scientific world. But this is not a fairy tale. It is a historical mystery that connects the bronze foundries of the ancient world to the high-tech laboratories of the modern age. The tablet didn't just appear out of thin air. We can trace its footprints through the dust of history. The oldest records we have don't come from Greece, but from the Golden Age of the Arab Empire, around the 8th century. It appeared in a text known as the Book of the Secret of Creation. It was presented not as a religious scripture, but as a top-secret instruction manual written by the philosopher Aristotle for his student, Alexander. The premise was terrifyingly simple. If you want to rule the world, you don't need a bigger army. You need to hack the code of reality itself. The author of this code is signed with the name Hermes Trismegistus, the 3 times great. He is the phantom of antiquity, a figure who stands at the crossroads of magic and science. Travelers described finding the tablet held by an old man on a golden throne in a cave beneath the earth. This imagery tells us one thing: this knowledge was forbidden. It was buried underground because it was considered too dangerous for the common mind. It was a weapon of mass enlightenment that had to be kept in the dark. So, what did this dangerous text actually say? When you strip away the riddles, you find a statement that sounds less like a spell and more like a law of physics. The text opens with absolute authority. True, without falsehood, certain, and most true. Then it delivers the line that changed the world. That which is above is from that which is below, and that which is below is from that which is above, to work the miracles of one thing. For 1,000 years, the uninitiated thought this was poetry. But the geniuses of history knew better. This was the first unified field theory. It is the realization that the universe is a giant mirror. The structure of the atom is identical to the structure of the solar system. The spiral of a galaxy matches the spiral of a seashell. The tablet was teaching humanity that there is no difference between the heavens and the earth. They are following the exact same blueprint. If you can understand the microscopic world, you can unlock the secrets of the stars. The text goes on to describe the recipe for the ultimate substance, often called the philosopher's stone. It says, "Its father is the sun, its mother the moon. The wind carried it in its belly. The earth is its nurse." To the modern ear, this sounds cryptic. But imagine you are a master metalworker living 3,000 years ago. This is technical jargon. The sun is fire and heat. The moon is the cooling process. The wind is the vapor that rises when ore is smelted. The earth is the solid metal that remains. The tablet wasn't talking about gods. It was talking about states of matter: plasma, gas, liquid, and solid. It was describing the cycle of transformation. It gives a specific command. Separate the earth from the fire, the subtle from the gross, sweetly with great industry. This is the secret that birthed modern chemistry. Subtle refers to the pure essence, the gas, the spirit. Gross refers to the waste, the heavy matter. The tablet was telling us that to find the truth, we must refine reality. We must distill the pure from the impure. This is where the story gets truly interesting. You might think this is just ancient history, but it became the obsession of the father of modern science, Sir Isaac Newton. When Newton died, the world was shocked to find that he had written over 1 million words on alchemy. He had spent nights in his laboratory, breathing in mercury fumes, trying to decode the Emerald Tablet. Newton translated the text himself. He wrote, "'Tis true without lying, certain and most true." Why was the man who discovered gravity obsessed with this green stone? Because Newton believed the tablet held the mathematical code for life. He believed that the force described in the tablet, the force that ascends from earth to heaven and descends again, was the same force that moved the tides and kept the planets in orbit. He wasn't trying to make gold, he was trying to read the mind of God. He saw the tablet as a piece of ancient software that could explain how the universe processed energy. There is even evidence suggesting this knowledge spans the entire globe. Scholars have found eerie similarities between the Emerald Tablet and ancient Chinese texts on the golden elixir and the Tao. This suggests that the tablet is a remnant of a lost global civilization, a time when the blacksmiths and the priests were the same people, masters of a technology we have long forgotten. They understood that by manipulating fire and air, they could change the nature of matter itself. The tablet promises a reward that is seductive and powerful. It says, "Thus you will have the glory of the whole world, and thereby all obscurity shall fly from you." Think about that promise. It doesn't offer money. It offers the flight of obscurity. It promises the end of ignorance. It tells us that the ultimate power is clarity, the ability to see the world as it truly is, stripped of illusions. It promises that once you understand the connection between the above and the below, you will never be in the dark again. But with the promise comes a warning. The text describes this power as the strong strength of all strength, capable of penetrating every solid thing. This is the description of a universal solvent. In the wrong hands, it is a weapon that can dissolve walls, armor, and empires. This is why kings locked the translation in their vaults. They feared that if the common man understood he could change reality, he would no longer need a king. The tablet ends by identifying the author as having the 3 parts of the philosophy of the whole world. This is the final key. You cannot just master the physical world, you must also master the mental and the spiritual. It is a call for total mastery. Today, the Emerald Tablet is lost. It may be buried under the Sphinx, or perhaps it was destroyed long ago. But its message survived. It inspired the scientific revolution. It taught us to experiment, to observe, and to break matter down to its core. We are the heirs of that green stone. Every time we split an atom or launch a rocket, we are fulfilling the ancient instruction to ascend from earth to heaven. If you enjoyed peeling back the layers of this ancient mystery, and you want to join us as we unlock more forbidden history, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. The truth is out there, buried in the sands of time. Let's find it together. Thanks for watching.